He grits his teeth, powers up, and charges straight at Rymus while pouring every ounce of his primal strength. But as he reaches Rymus, the space between them distorts. An invisible force repels him and sends him tumbling backward through the thinning ether. Rymus watches him with eyes that have seen the birth of time.
"Child, why dost thou persist in such folly?"
Rymus asks. His voice echoes through the distorting cosmos.
"Thou clingest to this fleeting dust as if it were eternal. If thou lovest thy universe with such fervor, then so be it. Thou shalt take it with thee."
Suddenly, the distortion turns into a violent vacuum. The entire universe begins to fold in on itself. Stars, nebulae, and entire galaxies are stretched into thin ribbons of light. And they all scream toward a single point, Zalama's chest. It's a terrifying sight. The infinite weight of 1 trillion suns is sucked into his physical form. Zalama's eyes go completely white. He tries to scream, but the sound is swallowed by the rushing data of a dying reality. Every life lived, every thought, and every law of physics that ever governed Universe Zero slams into his consciousness simultaneously. His mind is instantly paralyzed. His thoughts are rendered static as he becomes a vessel overflowing with the impossible. When the dust of destruction finally settles, all that remains is Zalama floating in an eternal, suffocating blackness. He can faintly sense the cold pull of the demon realm and the light of the angel realm, but he cannot move toward them. His mind locked in a state of total stasis as the infinite data of a dead world continues to churn inside him. Zalama stays in this frozen state for 7 million years. And then in the year 41, as in 41 years since Majin Rymus created the 18 universes of the multiverse on the orders of the Supreme Demon King, an angel from the angel realm approaches Zalama. It is the Grand Priest.
"Are you awake?"
he asks. Zalama's eyes twitch. Having someone else there finally wakes Zalama up.
"I am awake," Zalama's voice cracks. "My neck is just very stiff."
The Grand Priest grins.
"I bet it is. You've been floating here for 7 million years. That's a very long time to stay in one spot."
Zalama blinks slowly.
7 million years. No wonder I feel so heavy. "Hey, blue guy, why don't you hit me? Maybe it'll shake something loose."
He giggles.
"You want me to hit you? That is a very silly request."
"Just do it," Zalama replies.
"I need to move. I need to see if I'm still alive."
"Well, if you insist." The Grand Priest nods. And before Zalama can even blink, the Grand Priest taps him on the forehead. Zalama is sent spinning backward through the dark. He tries to stop himself, but his body won't listen. Seeing this, the Grand Priest adds,
"You move like you're stuck in thick mud."
"It's not mud," Zalama sighs. He feels constipated by all the energy inside him. When he tries to move his arm, 1 billion memories of dead stars get in the way. His brain is still in the middle of processing a whole universe. Zalama stays quiet for a moment. He looks at his hands and realizes that he's holding on to too much. He's been forced into becoming a container for an entire universe, and it's making him dysfunctional as a person.
"I get it now," he says.
"Get what?" the Grand Priest asks.
"I have to put it somewhere else,"
Zalama responds. Zalama closes his eyes and focuses. He reaches deep into his soul. He finds all the information and all the key of Universe Zero, and then with the heritage of his people in mind, he visualizes a dragon. He channels the constipation out of his body. A massive golden light starts pouring out of him, and like a bucket of paint being dropped on a blank canvas, it begins to fill the empty blank space. The energy begins to take a shape. It grows larger than a planet, then larger than a solar system, then larger than a galaxy. It becomes a giant golden dragon with wings that stretch across the cosmos. Zalama gasps as his body finally feels light again, and he watches as his lost universe turns into a living being.
"A dragon, huh?" the Grand Priest nods. "I see why you were dubbed the Great Sage, Dragon God Zalama." "So you know about me," Zalama responds. "Well, I need a name for this beautiful dragon. Maybe Shin? No, that is too simple. This dragon is the spirit of my universe. So let's see. How about Shenron, the spirit dragon? Or maybe Super Shenron? Because wow, look at your size, big drawgun."
Zalama also creates the first set of Dragon Balls ever created, the Super Dragon Balls. A year passes and Zalama notices that the stars inside the balls look different depending on where you stand. To fix this, he forms a special refraction technique. He makes it so that the star marks stay exactly the same no matter what angle someone looks at them from. As time goes on, the word of this miracle spreads. Other Namekians eventually find the Super Dragon Balls and begin to shave off small pieces from these balls to create their own smaller sets of Dragon Balls. This leads to the birth of many more eternal dragons across the multiverse. The scene suddenly cuts back to the present. Goku tries to speak, but no words come out. He defaults to a classic response. "Wanna eat?" Goku asks. Zalma laughs and manifests a massive feast for them to share. They both start to chow down, and as Goku's stomach fills up, his brain finally starts to process all that Zalma said. "I see," Goku goes, once he's finally able to think clearly. "So you were the Great Sage, and Super Shenron was made from your entire universe. That explains why he's so powerful. Though can you tell me why the other Eternal Dragons were so weird when they talked to me? Like Shenron from Earth, or Porunga from Namek?" Goku looks puzzled as he continues. "They both granted wishes that were way beyond their normal power, and called me Great Sage equal to heaven, and now both of them are on a 10-year hiatus."
"All Eternal Dragons see me as their creator," Zalma explains. "And in the context of this multiverse, you and I share the same narrative disposition. We are both the Great Sages equal to heaven. We are both Saiten Daisei, the Great Sages equal to heaven. We are the ones whose very existence distorts the natural order of all things. That is why they were willing to go beyond their limits for you, even if it meant exhausting themselves for a decade."
I think Porunga and Shenron tried telling me something similar," Goku goes, while stuffing his mouth with food.
"Anyway," Zalma continues, 4 wishes have been made through my dragons since your rebirth. The first wish was you asking Shenron to restore planet Vegeta and its inhabitants, exactly as they were before Frieza destroyed them. The second wish was when you asked Porunga to restore the 78 planets the Rogue Saiyans destroyed recently, as well as any others they hit within the past year. You even revived every single person who died at the hands of Saiyans during that time. And the third wish was Shenron bringing back Piccolo with all of his memories."
"Yeah, that sums it up," Goku says. "But what's the fourth wish? I don't remember asking for anything else since Piccolo came back. Was it someone else?"
4 months ago, a battle took place on planet Cereal between Vegeta and King Cold, Zalma explains. King Cold was killed by Vegeta, but someone else gathered both Cerealian Dragon Balls and summoned Tyranbo. That man's name is Granola.
Goku gulps. "And what did he wish for? Was it to become the strongest in the universe?" The scene cuts to a flashback. Granola summons Tyranbo right as the battle between Vegeta and King Cold reaches its peak. There's no time to waste, so Granola keeps his wish simple.
"Help me get my revenge on Frieza and the Saiyans!"
Granola shouts.
"All right," Tyranbo responds, "but you'll have to leave the specifics of your revenge to fate. If that's fine with you, I will grant your wish."
Granola nods and the wish is granted. Just like that, he enters a state of primal inner peace. He can feel it in his heart and soul that he will soon get the most perfect revenge on Frieza and the Saiyans. The scene cuts back to the present conversation. "I see. So even Granola has changed in this reality." Goku scratches his head.
"Yes," Zalma adds, "and it seems this will be yet another trial for you. Or rather, this will be a continuation of your trial."
"Wait, what does that mean?" Goku asks.
"This is just a hypothesis, but I can tell that the circumstances of you becoming the Great Sage are much different than mine. It seems the multiverse wants you to mature, and that's why it has prepared a set of trials for you."
Zalma looks at Goku intently and continues.
"Think about it. You revived the Saiyans and now you have to carry the weight of their sins. And even though you have somehow concluded the trouble with the nanomachines, Granola has now asked an Eternal Dragon for help to get revenge on not just Frieza, but also your race. Every action you've taken, it's all leading to this. It's a trial for you to face your past, both as Son Goku and as a Saiyan."
"Come on, that's a reach." Goku scratches his cheek. "I've just been doing whatever. Wouldn't it be more like a big series of coincidences?"
"I bet," Zalma says. "But even if you hadn't revived your home planet, the multiverse would have found another way to make you face your history. I can tell, because if there's anyone who understands how a universe feels, it's me. And who knows, once you've successfully faced your past, there may be another trial waiting. Perhaps the next will be to face your present, and then eventually to face your future."